Alright, so I just watched the Davison Figueiredo fight. I'm not gonna lie, there's not really much for me to say. The shit was just kind of hot ass. But I will say this, though. I thought it was kind of funny how, they did, cheer for Figueiredo, which was, pretty obvious. But then they booed the shit out of, Montel Jackson, which, we love to see. And I'm not gonna lie, one thing I did really like in Figueiredo was, I think I pretty much called a good way for him to get the takedowns. He slipped under the straight punches, ducked into him, took him down. And honestly, it's kind of what I said in the beginning. Like, Montel Jackson just seems to not really have any offense other than his straight shots, because as soon as Montel Jackson would throw a straight, Figgy was just immediately diving under the legs and, like, would get these decent takedowns. And, look, man, other than that, I really can't say much. I did love how he does do that amazing little inside trip or whatever. Like, that's such a fucking great one. I'm just like, wow, what the fuck? Like, he got Peter Yan in that exact position, like, where he had the clinch and went for the inside trip and dumped him, right? And yeah, honestly, I just watched it right now. Figgy won. He won like a split decision. I'm gonna be real. I could have seen how Montel Jackson won because yeah, not really much happened because other than the grappling, Davison Figueiredo didn't really do much. So that was quite interesting. Um, yeah, man. I mean, there's really nothing to say. I really have nothing to say. I mean, they really didn't do anything. Um, so yeah, I won't take up too much of your time. That's it. Good fight. Good job, Davis Figueredo. You did enough to win, and barely. Not a good look, I'll be honest, for being number 15 in the world that you fought today. I will say this though, I do want to see you versus Marab at one point because at this point, we just need Marab to fight anybody. So definitely doesn't deserve it after a performance like this. But for sure, if he can maybe, I don't know who he could fight next. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like Song Yadong if he wins his next fight. I think that would be a good one. Yeah, I think if he gets like one more win, an actually decent, solid win, I think him versus Marab would be very interesting just because of the jiu-jitsu threat and also the strength position, the strength that Figgy has. So yeah, all right, good fight. So well, okay fight, Montel Jackson. Good jabs, buddy, but you just didn't do enough. You got to come forward. Also, you're fighting someone in Brazil, bro. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, even if that's why I kind of knew when I saw split decision, and I honestly did think the fight was closer, even though I thought Montel could have won. I mean, I was like, at the same time, I understand they're in fucking Brazil. Montel really didn't do much other than land a decent amount of jabs, which I guess in the scoring criteria also doesn't go to ending the fight. So, because like in the scoring criteria it says actions that lead closer to finishing a fight, and I'm not gonna lie, other than Montel landing some jabs, I mean that's not exactly gonna end the fight. So that's what I'm saying. I can see why they give it to Figgy. So this is gonna be one of those things where on the online MMA space, I imagine there's gonna be some claims for robbery. I don't think so. What do you guys think of the fight? Let me know in the comments below. I'm not gonna react to all the fights because unfortunately I was kind of busy. So yeah, I'm only able to watch the Figgy fight and the Charles Oliveira fight. So again, I did watch the Vicente one, if anything, and holy shit, that was just really bad. Maybe I'll talk about that later after this one. But or actually no, you know what? I might just shoehorn it in this one because yeah, I'm also gonna talk about Vicente versus Joel Alvarez. I didn't see the whole thing. I think I only saw a bit of the first, most of the second, and most of the third. So I watched a good amount of it for sure. I don't really have anything to say for that either. Joe Alvarez, he looked good, but at the same time, bro, you gotta. I don't know, man. I don't like how you were You gotta move your head a little bit, dude. Like Vicente, I know he's old and he doesn't really have much, but I mean, for the later divisions, bro, you gotta move your head, man. Like that's. Yeah, like again, I don't mean to sound like an armchair um uh what's that term called where you're Angel, what's that term called where you're like backseat coaching or whatever. I don't know. Point is, I don't mean to tell him what he should do because obviously, what the fuck do I know, right? I'm just a blob talking into a microphone on his chair and sitting on my fat ass. So, you know, but point is, that fight also wasn't the greatest either. Not gonna lie, I did think it was super funny when Michael Bisping was like, hold on, shut up, I'm talking here. Like something I say in my videos, but he wasn't actually joking. That was kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. But, okay, yeah, but anyways, point is, good fights. That was a decent fight, not gonna lie. Joe Alvarez is good. I don't know who he should fight next. That'll be interesting to see. Vicente Luque, I don't know, man. I get it. This is like your job, so I can't tell you to retire, obviously. But, dude, your matchmaker's got to give you, like... I don't know who your manager is, bro, but if you're... Honestly, if you're just looking to stay in the game because you just need a paycheck, which I understand completely, don't be fighting Joe Alvarez. Tell your manager to get you some fucking Apex bums, you know what I'm saying? And get some decent highlight reels. I think that'd be a good one. Or grapplers. Honestly, you should just primarily fight either grapplers in welterweight or... What the fuck is up with your manager, dog? Why the fuck do you keep facing so many strikers, dude? We already know that your fucking chin is practically gone after the brain bleed. So I don't understand that at all. Like, you should really be trying to fight, like, the fucking grapplers in the division. Maybe... You know what? Him versus Neil Magny. Bucket. That's a good one. I like that one. Alright. Well, anyways, point is, see you guys. Peace. I'll see you in the next fights. Next one is Charles Dubronx versus Matus Gamrot. I'm not gonna lie. I think Matus Gamrot's gonna win. So far in the predictions, I'm 1-0 right now because I did predict Figgy from the last video. A little bit arguable, but on this one, I'm not gonna lie. I am picking Matus Gamrot. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. Wow, the champion has a name, Charles Oliveira. What the fuck, dude? He did it. He fucking did it, bro. He did exactly what I said his best method of victory was. He needed to just walk down walk down Matus Gamrot, give him no respect, remind him that he is the champion has a name and it's Charles Oliveira. That shit was so fucking epic. You know what? He did amazing. He just needed to walk down Gamrot and fucking just remind him why he has the most finishes in fucking lightweight. Anyway, point is, I'm excited Charles win. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm 1-1 because I technically picked Matus Gamrot. I thought he was gonna do a lot better. I thought he was gonna be able to like not get walked down as easy, but I guess Charles Oliveira, you know, he has different kind of aura, you know what I'm saying? Which is pretty epic, right? Anyways, without getting too sidetracked, I'm just gonna go over the whole fight itself, at least somewhat, because I don't want to just give my whole, like, what's the word? Uncoordinated response. I wrote some notes down here while I was watching it. I have some useless notes here. Charles Oliveira looks good. Pause. His hair looks badass. Yeah, dude, I like his hair. It was a badass look. I felt bad for my poor Matus Gamrot. They booed him. I mean, he's already hated enough, and even after this, you know, he's gonna get a lot of trash online. I feel really bad because, you know, I like Matus Gamrot, but, you know, it was just the different levels of experience in the fucking jiu-jitsu. But anyways, I also love the atmosphere. These fucking Brazilians, dude. Again, you guys, dude, you need to put Charles Oliveira back in here. I don't know if he's gonna retire after this. I mean, I honestly think it'd probably be the best for him. Why not leave on a fucking win? You know, I think that'd be pretty badass. Good kicks by Oliveira, dude. Him and Matus were swinging right off the bat, and even though Matus Gamrot was catching him on the chin, it's just like my breakdown, like, dude, you're just not that good going backwards, bro. You like, that was just kind of the main problem. Like, I think even on the feet, Matus Gamrot's like, he just does not have any power, dude. Like, he was hitting Charles clean, but Oliveira was just like, I don't care, I'm still just walking it down. And good takedown, I will say, by Matus Gamrot very early on in the fight. He was able to take him down, and he was able to hold him a little bit, like I said, but the jiu-jitsu was a little too much to be working with. I think he had him in a nice, like, omoplata. He was holding him, and I don't remember exactly what happened at this moment, because I'm not gonna lie, my nerves were pretty high, but all I know for sure is one thing I did like about Matus Gamrot in this fight was, while Charles was attempting a triangle choke and the fucking little omoplata thing, he was able to hold Charles Oliveira's legs to like prevent like the triangle, or like him like further using his legs, because jiu-jitsu is very based on your legs, that much I know. It's always good to keep control of those goddamn legs, because most of the offense in jiu-jitsu starts from the legs. So that was very good to see from Gamrot. But the only thing that was kind of rough was he wasn't able to prevent the scramble. And when Charles, I was saying in my breakdown that Mateusz Gamrot, if he was going to win, it had to be him have to being on top and avoid being on his back, because holy shit, when he got put on his back, fucking Charles Oliveira just fucking sank in the body triangle, and he literally could not do nothing. And then he got the back. Again, this fight just really shows that Mateusz Gamrot has really strong wrestling tendencies, because immediately he would give up the back. Immediately he would roll onto his knees, and he would just give up his back. That's not what you want to do against Charles, bro. He was very good defensively, like, once Charles had him on the back, but again, bro, like, it reminds me of when Charles Oliveira fought Michael Chandler the first time, like how Chandler would just get on his knees, because it's a very classic wrestler thing to get up, is you get on your knees and you just, because I do have some wrestling experience in high school, I do remember that, and the way we would always get up was we were on our knees and we would just stand back up. Well, maybe not flat out like that, but point is, wrestlers always need to stand up by giving up their back, getting on their knees, and working from there. And that's exactly what Mateusz Gamrot did. Now, in the breakdown where I thought Mateusz Gamrot would have more likely a chance of winning, I did not expect him just to give up the back so easily. But again, I guess that really just shows that he's got like wrestler tendencies, which there's nothing not knock to him. I still think he's the best wrestler in the division. I never said the best grappler, and I guess this really just shows why. Because although he was the better wrestler in this fight, Charles Oliveira is just pure jiu-jitsu and judo. Honestly, just was very impressive this fight. But anyways, still in the second round, I think. I don't remember what exactly happened, because I think Oliveira just ended up the fight on top of him and in that back mount. In the second round, they were going to war. They were tagging each other up, and it was really nice to see. Again, Charles Oliveira just walked forward, gave him no respect, let him get hit by the hands. And, Mateusz Gamrot was returning back with the hands, but, I mean, dude, you don't hit hard as Charles, bro. It's not happening. And, dude, is it me? Or he looked fucking already tired. Not gonna lie, once I saw that, I already was like, dude, I don't think Gamrot's gonna win. Because, like, the way Gamrot was gonna win was, like, slowly domination. And he needs, like, every single round, or at least a good amount of rounds, to make that happen. Once I saw that he looked already kind of a little bit faded, that was not a good choice. But to be fair to Gamrot, I think he's gonna get a lot of shit. But again, I mean, he did take this on short notice. It's not an excuse. It's just saying, I mean, he went in there, he got destroyed, and it is what it is. He thought he was gonna win. I mean, he went in there, he thought he was gonna win. Sorry, buddy, you weren't. But anyway, point is, what else happened? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked how Charles, I don't know what the fuck he was complaining about to the ref in the second round, but he was complaining something to the ref, and I thought that shit was kind of funny. I was like, nice crafty vet move, complaining to the ref, stall a little bit at the time, make Mateusz confused a little bit. That was pretty hype. And then after that, he took the back, he hooked in the legs. Oh, wait, what did I put in here? My nice back take by Charles, hooking the legs. Oh, I meant like hooking his legs, like the body triangle. And then what he was able to do was, from that clinch, he literally picked up Gamrot. I think it was just very evidence the strength difference here, because he literally just fucking picked up Gamrot and put him on his knees, forcing him to, again, classic wrestler position, be on his knees forward. And, he was able to take the back. Charles, as soon as he locked in that body triangle and was able to actually attempt the rear naked choke, he put his hooks in, and he got the tap. I mean, beautiful shit from Charles. The king, the champion has a name. It's Charles Oliveira, brother. We're glad to see him back. I love Charles. I love Gamrot, too, so that's why it's a little bittersweet victory for me. Y'all can tell me in the comments how much I'm coping even though Gamrot lost. You're right. My bad. I'm doing the wrong MMA YouTube reaction. Fuck Charles, man. I fucking, whatever, man. Fucking Matus Gamrot, he would have won X, Y, and Z, There you go. There's my cope session. So y'all can put that in the comments. Clown me for that. I'm coping hard, you know what I'm saying? But point is, love to see it. I'm glad Charles Oliveira was able to win. Good card, good fight. It was awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. Good win on Charles Oliveira. Nice rear naked choke, guys. Rear naked choke. And it was just fucking awesome to see. I usually always skip the press fight conferences because I usually, as soon as the fight's over, I go to my immediate reactions here. So, yeah, other than that, man, this is my live reaction. So, like I said, sorry if it's not the most coordinated right now. Maybe later in time I'll react to it more like what I noticed about the fights. Again, maybe if Charles doesn't retire in his next fight, I'll break down this fight particularly a little bit better. So yeah, man, good fight, good win by Charles. You'll love to see it. What'd you guys think of the card, by the way, guys? Let me know in the comments below. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was kind of busy, and even right now, my brother's got to do something, so we gotta go do that right now. So yeah. So this video is as soon as I come back from that, I'm gonna edit this video because yeah. Anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys thought of the comments. Let me know about the fights I missed. I am very sad. Walter did Walker, bro. He fucking he pulled out of the fight, or maybe he didn't pull out. Muhammad Usman pulled out. I don't remember exactly what happened, but fight didn't happen. Sucks. Overall, I did love the Charles versus Matus Gamrot fight. I loved it. So yeah, like I said, whatever your opinions were, guys, leave it in the comments. If you want to tell me how much how much I make you want to kill yourself, let me know in the comments. Or if I want, or to tell me I should kill myself, let me know in the comments. Or what you think about the card, or what you think about a particular fight in general that you want me to go back and watch. Let me know in the comments as well. Like I said, just don't be shy, bro. Leave a comment. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. All right, guys, peace. Have a good one. Good card. Can't wait for the next fight card. Rainer De Reader versus Brendan Allen. Can't wait for it. All right, guys. Peace. Have a good one.